Now I'm not going to be showing you how to make this pod racer, but today I'm going to be showing you how to make pod racers. And it's easier than you think. Let's go. Well, let's go pod racing. So if you can build a regular airplane like a fighter jet or just a jet, you can build a pod racer. It's super easy. This shouldn't take too long. I mean, just start with like a regular jet body, but make it smaller. I'm just gonna do a little wham. Just throw a little fuel tank on the back of this thing. A little fighter jet. A little one of these guys. You're gonna want a little yaw control. Yaw. Get it? Cowboy hat. Yaw. Sweet. Alright, so I'm just gonna build like it's gonna look like a regular jet for a second, just so you can kind of get an idea what I mean. Throw some engines on here. I'm gonna use the Panthers just because power. Some of that, a little bit of that. Slap some wings on this thing. Alright, so this thing here, like this jet, would reasonably fly. Just like any other jet. Your center of lift right behind your center of mass. Wheels slightly crooked. You don't want that. Wheels slightly behind your center of mass right there. I'll even launch this thing just so you can see that this too would indeed fly. That is super loud on my headphones. So even under its own merit, this jet flies. So let's go back to the space plane hangar. Alright, so we can convert this here into a pod racer real easy. So with your move tool here, you're going to hold shift. If you're on console, hold left bumper or L1. That's going to let you move this thing pretty much as far forward as you want. Spread it open. Give you a little pod racer feel. If you want to attach struts, you can move it back here a little ways. Basically, what's going on here is the game still thinks it's attached back here, kinda. So it's still gonna be like attached. It's not gonna like flop around or anything. It's gonna be pretty rigid. You can throw struts on for looks more or less, or you could auto strut it. I like to put struts on just to make it look a little more pod racer-esque, if you will, like that. You could throw a couple fuel lines on here to make it look like you have power couplings. Don't touch the power couplings. Look at that, beautiful. So all you got to do now is check your center of aero. Throw a couple more wings on back here. Now check this out. See how this is sitting a little bit far behind this, and we want it closer up here. Super easy trick. Rotation tool, grab a hold back here. We're going to set from snap. We're going to set this to like fine tuning. All I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this slightly. Real gentle like. And we're going to get it just up there. If that don't work, you can grab back here and just tweak it. Just tweak it till you get it up there as close as you can get it. Move this whole thing up a little bit if you got to. Move this up a little bit if you got to. But just change the angle on this. Just ever so slightly and get it as close as you can. You can move this up or back. But changing the angle on these wings gets that to move a little bit where you want it. It's great. Don't worry about the rear landing leg so much because you got thrust vector on these engines, which is why I use these engines. I'm actually going to move this up a little bit just for coolness sake. This should work just fine. Let's try it out. All right, so now we're in pod racer mode. Let's see if this thing flies. It should, and it'll fly just the same as any other airplane flies. And off she goes. Now that's what I call pod racing. God. Every time I post one of these online, just every comment is, that's what I call pod racing. Yeah, there you go. It's pod. It's so much easier than people think it is. Just attach your fuel tanks back here. Use the offset tool. Hold shift or L1 or left bumper. Slide them on up there. That's all you got to do. And just make sure your center of mass and center of lift are where they're supposed to be when you make a regular airplane, and off you go. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Like I said, short video. Have a nice day, partner.